Here we are at the start of 2026. Gold is about £100 per gram. It's actually near 110 now, it's going up so fast. Silver is now £2 per gram. It's going up very fast. Copper is about 1p per gram. This is in Great British pounds sterling at the start of 2026. So my book, all about sustainable living, it's called One Planet, One Life. I made predictions and the predictions have come faster than I thought. But my predictions going out to 2030, I still stand. They're in my book. I've had an updated version of my book now for the start of 2026. I've been working on it for a while. My book is all about sustainable living. And the predictions I made have happened, but they happened a bit faster than I thought with the price of these metals. So they're easy figures to remember. Now, at the start of 2026, gold is £100 per gram, roughly. Silver is £2 per gram, roughly. Copper is 1p per gram. As you can see, the difference between these three, the monetary metals, gold and silver are monetary precious metals. Copper is a monetary base metal. I think they're way out of whack historically. I'm not saying gold is expensive. I'm just saying that silver and copper are far too cheap in comparison. The ratios are way off historically. Copper 1p per gram. So it's actually a 3.5 gram 1p coin made of copper is worth 3.5p. And you're able to buy it, as it were, for 1p. And that is a very, very good buy. And a lot of us have a goal of trying to stack 1 ton of these. I'm not there. I don't think I'll get there. But certainly several, you want to stack as much as you can of these 1 and 2p copper coins by urban mining. You can get bags of these coppers from the bank, use a big magnet to suck out all the ones that aren't copper, deposit them back at the bank and keep the copper coins. Each penny is worth 3.5 pence because it's 3.5 grams. It's well worth copper mining. I haven't taken anything out of my book. All the old figures are there, but there's just updated new sections for 2026. The book is all about sustainable living. It's called One Planet, One Life, referring to the fact that we only have one planet and we only have one life. The way some people carry on as if we have several planet Earths waiting in the wings, beautiful blue orbs just waiting there. Once we've used all the resources up on this planet, we can tap into the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Don't worry, we'll tap into the next one. In fact, many are living with an ecological footprint of 4 planet Earths. And in some parts of the world, mainly the wealthy Arab nations, the Middle Eastern nations like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, they're living with an ecological footprint of 8 planet Earths. They've got air conditioners out in the street. It just dissipates. It's just a huge waste of the Earth's resources when we're at a time when we've got an electricity deficit. Planet Earth is demanding more electricity than is being supplied with all the data centers and the increased electrical age. We're all going over to EVs now, trying to transition away from fossil fuels. We're living with an ecological footprint of more than one planet Earth. A lot of us are trying to get our ecological footprint down to 1 planet or less. I'm a big part of the One Planet development community in Wales. Wherever you live, you can take steps in the right direction to get your ecological footprint down to 1 planet or less. I talk a lot about silver and copper, the 2 elements on the periodic table that have been said to be the first to become extinct in industrial quantities. This was by the USGS, the United States Geological Survey. They have said that silver is the first element on the periodic table to become extinct in industrial quantities, and copper's the second. And then there's silicon, helium, nickel, cobalt. There's loads of others after that. Humanity is trashing away these finite resources. And a big part of our movement in the One Planet community is to save these precious resources. Just like save the rainforest, save the elephant tusks, save the rhino tusks, save silver and copper from being trashed away. Gold, silver and copper should be used as a trimetallic monetary system. That would be honest. And having promissory notes, both paper and digital, that are 100% backed by the trimetallic standard would be an honest, good system. Nothing wrong with promissory notes, both paper and digital. These stable coins coming out now that are backed by gold, silver and copper, as long as it's honest, as long as they don't create more than they have the monetary metals to back them up by, that is an honest system. If the Bills of Exchange Act is ever repealed and the world does go over to CBDC, some kind of digital currency and a cashless system, cash is promissory notes and promissory notes are cash, and if they are ever done away with and it's purely a digital system, this will push to the forefront using a trimetallic standard. Gold, silver and copper coins, about the size of a penny or a little 5p coin. These little quarter sovereign gold coins could be used for larger purchases. Primarily silver coin about the same size, maybe 1 gram or up to 3.1 grams coins, and then copper for the low value for giving change. But the ratios at the moment are completely off. Gold is way higher than silver and copper. They need to catch up a fair bit. Gold at the moment is £100 per gram. Silver's £2 per gram. That should be about £50 per gram. And copper is 1p per gram. That should be up to nearer £1 a gram, something like that. And the free market should work out the values based on supply and demand. The manipulation needs to end. It's a criminal manipulation. I've been in the Silver Shield group led by Chris Duane for decades now, and he is leading the charge on ending the criminal manipulation. And that's the point. This is why we are saving silver and copper, because we want to end the criminal manipulation. And that's a big part of my book, The One Planet, One Life movement, to end the criminal manipulation of particularly silver and these other elements. I'm going to play this short clip of someone who completely misunderstands and does not get the One Planet movement, and then I'm going to talk about it. Listen to this.
I got about 1.5 minutes into this one. So it seems that Dave's theory is that instead of using silver and copper industrially, which of course is the most important use of these substances, we should instead hoard them like Scrooge McDuck as some kind of, I guess, like tangible demonstration of wealth. I can't quite figure out what the benefit of that is, because it basically, so we'd all have piles of silver and copper, but the flip side is we wouldn't have mobile phones and solar cells and CPUs or whatever, the millions of things that are made out of silver and probably more importantly copper.
So this guy says he can't quite figure out why those of us in the One Planet movement are saving these precious, finite, rare elements like silver and copper. Well, the answer is obvious, because demand is more than supply. The world is trashing away these elements at manipulated low prices. We want to end the criminal manipulation, force the shortage sooner than it would have come, and it is coming. The extreme shortage is obvious now for those who pay attention, unless you bury your head in the sand. But the more of us that we take off the market and save these metals, save them from being trashed away in AI data centers, CPUs, computer chips, computer parts, electrical connections in all electronical gadgets, EVs, batteries, aerospace, satellites, robotics, and of course the military, which is the largest user. And this transition away from fossil fuels, solar panels, wind turbines, the water generating, hydroelectric, and the hydrogen fuel cells, all these new technologies are trashing away the last of the silver and the copper, causing an extreme shortage. And the manipulation is pushing the price down, holding the price down like pushing down a spring or holding a beach ball underwater. We want to stop the manipulation. And yes, you can still have all these things. These things are going to be good, but silver and copper primarily need to be priced correctly, and then they would be more precious. They wouldn't be trashed away. In the AI data centers, every 18 months, new AI chips are made and produced, and the old ones are just ripped out, chucked on landfill. It is not economic to recycle that. It costs far more to recycle to get that silver and copper back than it would if they were priced correctly. And every 18 months, they just throw in this silver and copper on landfill. We are saying that needs to stop. It needs to be priced correctly. These need to be treated like the valuable, rare commodities that they are. Stop the manipulation. The criminals need to go to jail. Price silver and gold correctly. And then they wouldn't be trashed away to such a degree. And those of us who saved it are saving silver and copper. Yes, we are doing a lot of good for the planet, for our beautiful one planet Earth.
Gosh, Dave seems to be on one. I noticed that he's published another video in which his theory is that the price of silver is going to go up because of solid-state batteries, the next generation of automotive battery technology. I did actually look up what the leading manufacturers are actually proposing to make their new batteries from. And it turns out he's just completely wrong, because I don't think there's any major next generation battery manufacturer that is actually planning to use more effective materials, or more expensive materials. The whole idea is to get more effective from cheaper materials so that profit margins are higher, and that the whole point of this new technology is, instead of having to use expensive...
This guy is 100% wrong. All big manufacturers are now going over to the new type of batteries. And the solid-state batteries are absolutely incredible. It's a game changer for EVs. You haven't got the fire risk. They've got a very long range. They charge in a very fast time. And they've got a very long lifespan. They will outlast the car. After the car's worn out, these batteries can be put in the massive storage units for storing the renewable, sustainable energy. They are a brilliant technology, but they do use a lot of copper and a lot of silver. An average EV car battery solid state will use about 1 kilo of silver. 1 kilo per application, and we're talking about millions of cars, bikes, vehicles all around the world produced. And yes, silver is manipulated down so that they can be trashing away the last of the silver in this way. It's an absolute game changer. The solid-state batteries are in production now. The MG4 is the first mass production car that is being produced and being driven on roads in China now. It's going to be slowly becoming the rest of the world. Europe will be getting it soon. There's a first motorcycle that's using solid-state batteries is being produced and driven on the road right now. That will be the start of many to come. Pretty much all motorcycles and vehicles, trucks, vans, cars are going over to solid-state batteries. From the point of view of technology, it is amazing. From the point of view of trashing away the last of the silver and copper, it is very bad for our beautiful Mother Earth. These metals should be priced correctly. If the price goes up to true value, with 3.1 grams of silver is a 12-hour day's labour. We use a trimetallic standard. We have gold, silver and copper being used again as money. Then these metals wouldn't be trashed away. They would be considered precious. You can still have these technologies, but we'll have to pay a lot more for them. But they would be considered precious and valuable. And you would have to pay a lot more for them, but they wouldn't be just trashed away and end up on landfill. They would be recycling because it would be economic to recycle them. It costs thousands of dollars to get an ounce of either gold or silver back from landfill. Copper is a lot cheaper because it's in larger quantities. Copper can be got back very cheaply, but gold or silver in very tiny amounts spread around in landfill costs several $1,000s per ounce to get it back. To do it in an environmentally way that's kind to our beautiful Mother Earth. Gold is economic to do that. It's just under $5,000 per ounce. It is worth it. You can get gold back in an economically viable way. Silver is it's less than £100. It's less than 80. It's 80 something dollars per ounce. Well, if it costs thousands, you're not going to get that silver back. The manipulation of silver needs to end. Silver needs to be priced correctly so that it is economic to get the silver back from landfill. What can you do about this? You can save silver and copper now. It is being trashed away. There's a deficit, meaning more is being trashed away every year than is being stored. And what we need to do is save silver and gold from the cunning men trashing it away.